hyaluronic acid, skincare's thirst quencher extraordinaire. You must have this as part of your skincare routine. If you don't have it, you're missing out big time. If you're seeing fine lines and wrinkles popping up, your skin is secretly asking you for hyaluronic acid. This very popular molecule, and why does it hold the crown as the queen of humectants? Stay tuned because we're about to break it all down. With a bonus tip at the end on how you can make it really work for you. Because yes, hyaluronic acid can betray you and work against you if you don't use it right. By the end of this video, you'll learn my 5 top hyaluronic acid products and how to use them like a pro. But first, what is hyaluronic acid? Well, it's a humectant, and the job of humectants is to bind water onto the skin. And that is so important because the number one ingredient our skin needs to stay wrinkle-free is water. However, as simple as that may seem, water is the hardest molecule to have absorb into the skin because the skin is lipophilic, not hydrophilic. So hydrophilic means water loving, lipophilic is oil loving. Well, this skin is made up of fat, so fats will absorb much easier. However, water, which we absolutely need, has a really hard time absorbing unless we bind it into a humectant, just like hyaluronic acid, which will hold it a little bit longer onto the skin surface, allowing it time to absorb, because believe it or not, most of your water products evaporate into thin air before they're able to absorb. And so that's where the TBD method of application comes in. Using a serum with hyaluronic acid is step 3 in the TBD method of application. So you need to stay tuned till the end so I can explain how that will work. If you're not using it properly, you're just slapping on hyaluronic acid. You're not getting set up for success because you're not ensuring optimal absorption into your skin. More on this at the end. Now let's cover my top 5 clean, non-sensitizing hyaluronic acid serums that bring so much to the table than hyaluronic acid alone. Keep in mind, hyaluronic acid is such a cheap molecule. You don't need to be investing in multiple serums. One of them is just hyaluronic acid. You want to look for a hyaluronic acid serum that has other benefits. So you need to avoid layering too many water-based serums because each of them comes with a set of preservatives, and that's why a lot of people end up with sensitive skin, compromised skin, because those preservatives end up eating away at your barrier layer. Not a good thing. We want that skin to stay plump, to stay protected, that barrier layer to stay reinforced. And too many water-based products can be damaging to the skin, so we have to be really smart about this. First product is One Love Organics Love Plus Rose Hydrating Serum. Think of this as your daily glow filter. I adore this formula. This brand uses mostly organic ingredients, and that's important because we're not introducing pesticides, herbicides, glyphosate, and all these toxins to the skin. That is important if we want products to work for us. This is packed with high molecular weight hyaluronic acid, which means it's nice, it's thick, and that can absorb a lot of water. So it can bind a lot of water to the surface of the skin. It's not able to absorb, but it's going to bind that water into the skin, keeping it on there longer so that once we trap it with that oil afterwards, now it has time to start absorbing into the skin over a period of time. This can, in fact, provide a lot of plumpness to the skin, so you'll see it visibly during the day. This also can actually double up as your makeup primer. It's gonna give you that nice makeup base, so your makeup will last longer because your skin is properly hydrated and it's not thirsty. It's not absorbing all of that foundation and makeup into the skin. I find this product suitable for oily skin types. Why? Because it's got some salicylic acid, so it's going to help you manage the oil. Aloe vera, actually aloe vera is rich in enzymes, so that helps gentle exfoliation. We can't rely on it as our main exfoliant, but it's because of that enzymatic function, it can be very helpful. I love that it has soybean oil. So soybean oil has estrogenic activity. If you're somebody that's oily, that is breaking out, and you also happen to be in your maybe 40s or 50s, this is the perfect hyaluronic acid serum for you. It also has rose water, which I love for my oily skin type friends. Next is Luna Nectar Neptune. This is also a product that's on the beautydoctrine.com. It's called Neptune Hydrate and Blur Hyaluronic Acid Serum. The formula here is very simple, a lot less ingredients. The main water vehicle is green tea hydrosol, which is fantastic because it's so rich in antioxidants. I often recommend this to my younger clients. So if you're a teenager in your 20s, even 30s, this is simple, straightforward, antioxidant packed, and has nothing in it that can interact with any skin type. So if you're sensitive, dry, oily, combination doesn't matter. You really cannot go wrong with this. It's simple, straightforward, and antioxidant packed. Next is Aeroperez White Tea Phytoretinol Elixir. I adore this. I go through so many bottles into my skincare routine, no matter what else I'm using. And it's just because it's so gentle. I'm very sensitive and I'm very dry. And I'm always really apprehensive about a lot of actives in a product, but this has a lot of actives that do not cause any reaction. I've used it over and over and over again without a reaction. And it has some of the most sought after actives. You have copper, which is amazing for collagen synthesis. You have bakuchiol, which is a retinol alternative. There's niacinamide, which is going to brighten. It's a powerful antioxidant. It's also going to help if you have rosacea or if you have acne. You have panthenol, which is B5. So it's got a ton of ingredients. I love it. I've been super familiar with it. And it's just an easy product to use. I love the texture. It's extremely lightweight. So I find it absorbs very quickly. And I've never had any negative comment or feedback from any of my clients, hundreds of clients that I've recommended it to. So that's a really easy one, especially if you are more mature and if you want a little bit more from your hyaluronic acid serum. Staying on the theme of gem-packed serums with actives that can be very effective, gentle actives serum, great for pigmentation, great for acne, for rosacea, for minute issues, because it's literally created to be a one-stop shop for pregnant women to get all of their actives that are non-sensitizing. So you cannot go wrong with it. I recommend it to a lot of my clients, even if they're not pregnant. You don't have to be pregnant to use it, but if it's safe for pregnant women, it's safe for everybody else. So all of the serums that I've recommended so far, you can find on my website, which is thebeautydoctrine.com, where I curate the very best, cleanest, and non-sensitizing products. My discount code CLEAN10 can apply to all of those. But I couldn't help it. There is a fifth serum. It's not on there, but I'll have it linked up in the description below. It made the list, even though it's not as part of my personal curation. It's called Etymology Multi-Corrective Hydration Serum. I really like this. First ingredient is water. Second is glycerin, which is another humectant. So you have double the impact as far as humectants. There's some willow bark in there, which is nature's salicylic acid. So this you can compare to that very first product that I talked about, which is the Love and Rose. So it can be suitable for someone that tends to have acne or oily skin. They will benefit most from a product such as this. It also has a good amount of antioxidants, so it's going to help prevent aging, protect from free radicals, and those early fine lines and wrinkles. So this has caviar lime, which if you are sensitive like myself, it would not be an option to use long term. So I wouldn't go to this serum as your continuous hyaluronic acid serum. I would rotate with others. So if you finish this, maybe go to something that doesn't have citrus, because we know citrus with extended use long term, it can weaken that lipid barrier. So that's the one cautionary note I have for this product. But otherwise, if you're not sensitive, if you use good sun protection, if you are one to rotate your skincare products, just like I always recommend, you are good to go. Give it a try. Now, let's talk about the wrong way to use hyaluronic acid. So if you've ever experienced really dry, tight skin after using hyaluronic acid, that's because without enough water, hyaluronic acid is going to pull moisture away from your skin. Imagine it being a dry sponge that needs that water. And so if it comes in contact with it, it's gonna suck it up. So it can work for you if you are saturating your skin with a good mist, a non-drying mist, before and even after applying your hyaluronic acid serum. But if you were one to just apply hyaluronic acid and then move on to your sunscreen or something like that, your skin will probably suffer because it's gonna sit there and just draw water away from your cells. Now, how do you apply hyaluronic acid like a pro? Make sure to follow the TBD method. So TBD just stands for the Beauty Doctrine, and that's my method that I teach that helps you optimize every single step in your skincare routine. It's just 5 steps every single day, very methodical, well tested and proven to work. It focuses on the right order of use. So I'll provide a link down below that will give you access to all of my guides, whether you're trying to just learn about hydration or fix hyperpigmentation or acne. You'll be able to find a guide that works for you, and every guide has a TBD method of application that's going to go into all of those 5 daily steps. That was the ultimate guide to hyaluronic acid. Was it helpful to you? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you can be notified anytime I post a new video, generally Wednesdays and Saturdays. Until next time, stay hydrated and glowing. Be well, be safe, be beautiful. Take care.